Hi guys, welcome to today's video. I know the setup is a bit different. This video has been requested by loads of you, but I have been trying for about 2 months to try and get this to work with different ways, refilming. None of it has worked. So it's not going to come out the way I have been hoping it would come out. I wanted to do different sections with it and it just hasn't. We've had some very technical issues, so this is how it's going to work. I'm going to do an overvoice throughout the video going through my first year folder. Bear with me. This is the best it will be and I hope you guys enjoy it because it has been highly requested. So I hope this covers everything that you wanted to look at in your first year folder. Obviously your first year may be different to mine, you may be doing different units. It will probably be different for level 2 as well compared to level 3. So I hope you enjoy. Yeah, and let's just get into the video. Okay, pre-warning guys, it is very, very full. So it's going to have some really loose bits in it and stuff like that. But your folder may look different to mine. But it's, yeah, I just got one with the band and the usual kind of thick folder. This one's huge as it had multiple units in it. Had unit 1 and unit 2. So let's open it up. Okay, so first thing I'm going to show you is on the left hand side here, I have a sheet that is full of the requirements and bits and bobs that are to do with being a paramedic, because in my first year that is what I wanted to originally do, and it was my aspiration board almost inside my folder. I've done this again in my second year folder, but I've done it to a smaller version, so my end of year targets and my end of college career aim. I found this really helpful because you're opening it every day. It's such a motivator. My teacher did get us to do this and I would highly recommend doing it to yours. Okay, so first thing, opening it up, it was really difficult because my folder is broken because of the amount of things it had in it from first year. So I've managed to fix it, get it open, and we're now going to start going through all my different worksheets. Okay, so if I'm honest, at the front here, what we started off with is a bunch of either broken Polly Pockets with worksheets in, or practice questions or exam questions that I was just going through at the end of my units and just putting them in the front because I was just using it for revision at this point, which I know is lazy of me, but it's there anyway. So as you can see, there's an exam practice paper, practice questions turned into my teacher, that is all there. Okay, so starting off, you can see I have this like dark blue plastic sheet. This is one of my dividers just to divide between the units. Now for second year, I'm using dividers way more, but I didn't in first year because there wasn't really a point. And it's a really handy way to show the difference between where you stop unit 1 and move into unit 2. I really liked my colours for these and I used plastic because what I've noticed now is my paper ones are a bit wear and tear. They do the job and they last a while, but these plastic ones would last me forever. So I would highly recommend getting these. I then had a front sheet. I always do a front sheet just purely because it's, I don't know, it just takes me back to primary school almost, and it just starts that section off nice and neatly. So here I do the name, the title of it, and then the picture. Okay, so just starting to look through my notes now. When you are doing lessons, you will be swapping between Unit 1 and Unit 2, or different units if that's what you're doing. So I always put what unit it was in the corner so it's not too noticeable, but then when it comes to filing it into my folder, I know exactly where I'm putting it. Now I'm just going to do a quick speed through of what my notes look like so you can see what I highlighted, etc. Okay, so I had all my worksheets and test papers in the back, but one thing I would say to do instead is put them in each unit as they go. I'm just going to jump quickly into the middle of my unit 1 because I want to demonstrate my uses of colour and how important it is to use colour. Like here I highlight all the key words, definitions I use black for the name and then blue for the definition, or like here black for the name, blue for the age, red for the definition. I swap the colours up so I know what parts I need to be picking out when revising, so it doesn't all look the one thing when I'm coming back to it. What I found really helpful with writing notes for Unit 1 was mini mind maps. They're just so quick and easy to do, and it creates an easy way to put links in between things and different topics. Okay, so now I want to show you my multi-fact fact sheet pages, if that makes sense. I use different colours with different texts, fonts, in my handwriting obviously, highlighting different bits and bobs of like diseases, just because then I could pick out the fact that this was my disease fact page. Also, if you notice that I'm not putting things flatly over, my folder is so beyond broken that I just couldn't anymore without breaking my actual paper. Okay, so now we move on to Unit 2. And for this I used a pink plastic divider, like my previous blue one, like this one. And then I did my usual front sheet, which was the name, the title of the unit, and a picture. Okay, so like Unit 1, I'm just going to do a quick speed through of all my notes, so if you want to pause, then you can just look at some pages individually, if you please. I'm just stopping it here to reiterate my use of, like, when you do an exam question, use a different colour to do a model answer or say what you need to do better next time. Another thing to do with putting work in your folder is use bright colours. As you just saw, it said CC Poor. I used that so much when I had to learn anagrams and things that represented each other that I didn't quite understand. Put them in a bright bold colour. Also, here you'll see on my side paper, there's a little side note, but that is so helpful when you are trying to remember something, and if it's like in your exam question, if it asks about this, write about this. It's so handy to come back to. Just to reiterate, when you do an exam question, always write a model answer in a different colour because they are so much easier to spot, because you always want to end up remembering your model answer, not the actual answer you wrote, because obviously the model answer will get you full marks. Okay, so yet again, I've done one of these fact sheets or fact multiple pages, and I've done the same text, I've done the same colour, just to reiterate that this is related to when I go through diseases. It's just easier for me to remember that way because I can correlate it to that. Okay, so we are finally at the end of all my notes, so I'm just going to pop this lot to the side. And then I'm going to pop these worksheets in the Polly Pockets out because I just want to take you through my keyword sheets because they are so handy. I know I didn't finish a few, which was cheeky of me, but they are very, very handy, and I put my own on the back. And these checklists. The checklists allow you to know exactly where you are and what you are doing within the course. I then had these spare pockets. This one is to do with my exam revision cards. I rely so much on revision cards. Okay, so finally I'm just going to show you some of my previous practice exam papers out of the Polly Pocket. There is a huge amount of them. I did loads. Majority of them, as you can see, were distinction or merit criteria. I don't think I got any passes, which isn't to say if you are at a pass, it's not a bad thing. But yeah, so that's where I was at. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, and also feel free to like this video if you liked it, and comment down below any videos you'd like to see from me, and I will hopefully try and get them done for you. I would like to also say I am very, very busy at the minute, and I feel like I'm neglecting you guys so much, and I just don't want to be. That's not where, like, I love doing this. It's such a creative thing for me and I love it. But sometimes time gets in the way and I don't feel like I have enough time to get it all done. So bear with me.
I'm trying to do it, I promise. And feel free to message me, DM me on Instagram or anything like that. Tag me in anything, stories, anything I've helped you with. I would love to see it all, and normally I try and get back to you if I can. Have a nice day, stay safe, stay happy, especially during this now time. Yeah, see you soon. Bye.